Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Sauce. Got some bad news and some good news. Some bad news. I had Washington, as you probably saw. So I took a big loss on Washington. The game's not over yet. They're down 21 points, though. It's over. But now for the good news. I had the under, so I won a few dollars back on that. I bet Washington a lot heavier than the under. And also, I am having a monster NBA night. I think I'm 6-0 so far. Let me pull it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm 6-0 so far with 2+ money line winners. So I am up a lot in the NBA. If the Suns win tonight, it'll be my best NBA night of the year. So some silver lining after the Washington loss. Still having myself a good night. We got 5 NBA games on Tuesday night. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Sauce. The Sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
First up, Kings are on the road in Detroit to play the Pistons. Detroit's catching 11 points at home here, and the total sitting at 241.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, the final score of this game should be 120-117 in favor of Sacramento, so that would be a lean towards Pistons on the points. Let's talk injuries. Sacramento is completely healthy with the exception of Trey Lyles. He's listed as questionable. He sat out in the blowout loss to the Pelicans too. So this would potentially be his second straight game he's missed. Pistons missing a couple key pieces here. Cade Cunningham being the biggest one. He's been officially ruled out. Isaiah Stewart's also going to miss this one. Stewart's missed about 6 or 7 straight games now, so that one's not really new. Cade Cunningham injury is brand new, though. As far as betting this game, I think it's important to take note that if you've been betting the Pistons recently, you've actually been making some money. Through the first 26 games, Detroit was 8-17-1 against the spread. That's a minus 37.41% ROI. But if you've been blindly throwing one unit on the Pistons to cover every single game for the last 10, and I know somebody who fits that description, you're actually up. You're 6-4 and you're up 1.55 units of the last 10. So I know the Pistons are 3-33. It's funny to laugh at. It's funny to make jokes about them. But betting Detroit's actually been a profitable endeavor recently. The problem is now that Cade Cunningham is out, it's really tough to predict what that offense is going to look like. Because that's been the difference. The Pistons have always played decent defense. It's the offense that was just abysmal. The offense has stepped up recently. So with Cade out, now technically on the season, Cade Cunningham is just 4th on the team in offensive points added per possession. So analytically, he's only the 4th most important piece to that offense. But if you've watched the Pistons, you know he's probably more important than that. So I don't trust enough to make a bet. I can tell you I won't lay 11 on the road with Sacramento. So I guess I'll say Detroit or pass, but this is most likely a pass for me. Next game. T-Wolves on the road in Orlando. Magic catching 4.5 points at home here, and the total sitting at 218.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, Orlando wins a close one here, 112-111 final score in favor of the Magic. Injury-wise, no key injuries to the Minnesota Timberwolves. T-Wolves are officially at full strength. Orlando, however, is not so lucky. They've been banged up all year, actually. First, it was Fultz and Wendell Carter. Then Wendell Carter came back. Then he got hurt again, so now he's out again. Now Fultz is back, but Franz Wagner is now out, who's one of the key scorers on that offense. So Orlando just can't seem to catch a break injury-wise. So if you're wondering why the model has this one so close, if you just isolate the last 5 games, Minnesota really hasn't been that great. Just 14th in overall net efficiency, 20th on offense, 12th on defense. But the thing is, even if Minnesota isn't playing their best basketball right now, no question this is a great matchup for them. I mean, defensively, Orlando attacks the rim more than any other team in the NBA. 35% of Orlando's shot attempts come at the basket. That's first in the NBA. Nobody attacks the rim more than the Magic this year. That plays directly into the strength of the T-Wolves defense. I mean, they press you on the perimeter. They're daring you to drive. They want you to attack the basket and try to make contested layups on Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns. The way to give this Minnesota defense problems is shoot the mid-range shot. That's something Orlando just doesn't do. 23rd and 24th in mid-range frequency and short mid-range frequency, 29th and 29th in efficiency. So Orlando hasn't had much of a mid-range shot all season. I know at first glance that with Minnesota struggling a little bit recently and the fact that it's on the road in Orlando, it looks like Magic plus 4.5 might be a nice little sharp play here, but I'm on the other side. I'm going to play Minnesota here. Give me Timberwolves minus 4.5 next game. Portland is at the Mecca. Blazers at Knicks. Knicks laying 11.5 points at home here, and the total sitting at 226.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we're looking at a comfortable Knicks win here, 121-108. So really no lean either way. I mean, the point spread's at 11.5, totals at 226. I guess a slight lean to the Knicks in the over, but nothing really. Injury-wise, does not look like DeAndre Ayton is going to return for Portland. He's listed as doubtful. He's been out for 2 or 3 weeks now. A couple forwards off the bench also listed as questionable for Portland. Matisse Thybulle and Jabari Walker both missed Sunday's game against Brooklyn as well. Knicks are completely healthy. No injury situations for the Knicks at this moment. They were pretty healthy last year as well. Knicks have been pretty fortunate in that department recently. As far as betting this game, I would love to take the 11.5 with Portland. I mean, that's a big number. Knicks not really known for having a great home court advantage. In fact, last year they were pretty bad at Madison Square Garden. But the thing is, everything points to the Blazers just getting absolutely dominated on the glass here, especially since they're missing DeAndre Ayton. They're missing some size. I had some success betting Portland last month, but I want to take them here. I'd actually lean Knicks. They're rolling right now, 4 in a row. That RJ Barrett, OG Anunoby trade seemed to give both these teams energy because both the Raptors and the Knicks are rolling. So I'd actually lean Knicks here. Knicks or pass. Next game. Memphis Grizzlies on the road in Dallas. Mavs are laying 8 points at home here, and the total sitting at 234.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we're looking at a Dallas victory, 118-111. So maybe a slight lean towards Memphis in the points, but really nothing at all there. Let's talk injuries, and we got a huge one here. Kind of some breaking news. Ja Morant out for the season-ending surgery, which is crazy. He wasn't even ruled out for this game. He was listed as questionable earlier this afternoon, so I didn't even think the injury was serious. Turns out he needs surgery. He's out for the year. Sucks for Memphis. Derrick Rose also still out. Marcus Smart and Desmond Bane are going to see some serious minutes for the Grizzlies moving forward. Dallas is by no means healthy themselves, though. Luka is most likely going to play, and Kyrie's been back for a few games now, so that's some good news. But Derek Lively's out, Dante Exum's out, Maxi Kleber's still out. Dallas is nowhere near healthy. As far as betting this game, I'm not going to do anything with this one right now. I'm going to wait it out. I'm thinking as the Ja Morant news spreads, that should draw more action in, especially when people see that both Luka and Kyrie are going to play. That should draw more action in on the Mavs. And Dallas, I mean, dating back to last year, they're the kings of winning games but not cover. I mean, not the Sacramento Kings. They're the kings of that. Winning but not covering. So if I can get like a Memphis plus 9.5 before tip, I will take it. Leaning Memphis, I'll let you know on the live show. We're going live at 4 p.m. Yeah, I think 4 p.m. We're going to do college basketball and NBA. I will let you know my final decision then. Next game. Toronto on the road in LA. Lakers are laying 5 points at home here, and the total sitting at 232. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet. We got to lean towards Toronto outright. Model is saying 117-116 Raps win. The red hot Raptors. Love it. Key injury for the Raps in this one, though. They're going to be missing Pirtle at center. And that's huge because this Toronto team is already lacking size. And now Anunoby is gone. And I know technically on paper, RJ Barrett and OG Anunoby play the same position, but they really don't. OG's much more of an interior presence than RJ is. RJ plays a lot more out on the perimeter. So, oh, and by the way, Otto Porter is still out. Well, he's listed as doubtful. But just more size missing from this Raptors team. So Toronto definitely lacking some size in this matchup. And the Lakers are not a team you want to be missing some size for. There are some injury question marks on the Lakers side, though. LeBron and Anthony Davis both listed as questionable. I mean, I guess that really doesn't mean anything, though. You can just assume they're going to play, I guess. Because these two guys, between the two of them, they've been listed as questionable in like 34 or 35 of the Lakers' 37 games. It's crazy. But Rui Hachimura still out for the Lakers. Gabe Vincent's still out as well. He's not shown in this graphic, but Gabe Vincent is injured. If you subscribe to this channel or you're in the Discord, you already know what I'm betting here. I'm betting the Raps blind. I bet the Raptors every single game now since that trade. I'm 3-1 doing that, but I should be 3-0-1 because that one game I gave out Raptors plus 5 on YouTube, and then I waited to place the bet, and I got Raptors plus 4.5 and lost by the hook. They lost by 5 in that game, so I should be 3-0-1, but I'm technically 3-1. Point being, I love the way the Raptors are playing right now. RJ Barrett coming off like a 37-point game. I'm telling you, that fan base is fired up to have him. He's from Toronto. Quickly's a guy that gives a team energy. I mean, he's a high-energy player. I'm going to continue riding this Raptors team for the time being. So give me Toronto plus 5. I'll probably play the money line as well. Like I said earlier, live show, 4 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be me, Toast, Prop Beaver, Andy. We'll go through NBA and college basketball. We're going to combine them and go through both. Should be a good one. I'll make my final decisions here. Prop Beaver always has some props. So if you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. If you want my top bets, parlays of the day, or you want to join our Discord, head over to KyleKirms.com. The information's right there on the homepage. NBA Tuesday, let's have ourselves a good one. Let's follow up that Monster Monday with another one. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord / see you at 4 p.m.